What's up, guys? Gonna get started here in just a bit. Looks like I'm just waiting for audio to come through. Nothing is coming through yet, so I could just be talking to myself right now. Anything? That's odd. Nothing is coming through yet. Ah, there we go. Okay, I can hear it. Cool. All right, so doing some late night work on this project. So, yeah, basically last where we left off, we just finished up this scene.
They need you to go.
Hold that thought, Miles. I'll be right back.
Okay, and so now I need to get the audio for this. So that was shot 9, and so 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and export this from DaVinci Resolve. I'm not talking to myself. All right, thanks, Tina. Tina Shea. Tina She 55. Appreciate it. I also got some new lights, some studio lights. Pretty stoked about. Thought I'd try those out. And finally stream at night because now I have decent lighting. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's render. Oh, actually, you know what? I need just the audio. Let me go back. Get just the MP3. There we go. Let's put it in the right spot. So that'll be shot. Oh, I do have shot 12. Okay, let's just make sure I have the right audio. I'm going to open up the existing scene. So the last scene was this one here, and we're going to continue off of that. I'm just going to go ahead and do a new save and create a new folder. Okay, so DaVinci Resolve is still showing. I'll move that in just a second. So that's 6, 12, 0, 0, 1. All right. And now I'm importing the audio.
They need you.
Shot 12 audio. Oh, my start of my animation is way over here. Okay. Okay, that is not the right audio. All right, so what I had labeled as shot 12 audio. I need to go through really quick and just see my shot list once again.
They need you to go.
Hold that thought, Miles. I'll be right back.
Okay, so that's that. Okay, so that I have labeled as shot 12, so maybe it's shot 13?
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing.
Oh no, it didn't fully export. Okay. All right, let me double check that audio now. Nope, still not.
It was the bed exit alarm.
There we go.
Right?
Okay, now we got the right audio. That was confusing. Okay, so now I have the existing animation that I already created. I'm going to open up my other screen, make sure. Okay, so DaVinci's still showing. There, now Moho's showing. Tina, I recently bought Moho. How would you recommend to learn the UI animation in Moho? If any advice, I'll take it. You could start with just the tutorials. I create tutorials. There's other great tutorials on YouTube by other creators. Yeah, I guess as far as like learning the UI, it's just kind of go into Moho or into any type of software. It really helps to kind of have a project that you want to accomplish. Nothing super, super complicated, ambitious. Something that, you could complete in a weekend. Or, that's the goal. So with that, you'll just learn the interface as you start to use it, for the project you want to use it for. Because then you'll know what to search up on Google, on YouTube, things like that. So I'll say when I first started in Moho, it was about 12 years ago. And I had never used the computer animation software in general. So it was actually a really big learning curve for me. So when I was learning Moho, at the time, I was using the help manual. Is it going to show? No, it's not showing. But over here in the user manual, I can select, the drop down in the help menu. So there was that at the time. There was the PDF. But nowadays, yeah, it just depends on what you want. Like I teach rigging, I teach design, I teach animation, all in Moho. So it's just kind of looking for what would be most helpful for you, really. So yeah, the best thing you can do is just start messing with it. But as far as animation, that's a lifelong mastery. Complete honesty, I'm still learning animation myself. Okay. So now what I need to do with this existing rig, hold on. So she walks out of the scene, right? Yeah, so she walks out of the scene. And what I need to do is like have her come back into the scene. And that'll be where this audio then starts. So somewhere over here. Zoom in on my timeline, see where this is at. Okay, so 5:55.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can...
Okay, so what I'm thinking is she exited, screen right. And what I'm thinking is she's going to come back into this scene. So this is the scene right here. So she's out of it right now. And then it goes to this. Let's see, there's no audio playing.
Be right back.
Okay, so she goes into this room. She sees this guy in the hospital bed. She's the doctor, so she's attending. So she's looking to see if everything's all right.
It was the bed
And then she walks back into frame. And I'm trying to think how I want to frame this up. Because he's facing this way. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have him face the opposite direction. So I'm going to flip him. So let's move him over here. And let's just flip the layer. So as she walks back in, he's kind of got his cocky look that he's famous for. And then she'll walk back into the scene. And she'll also be flipped. So, yeah. So we'll have her start over here, off camera. And then I'm wondering if I could figure out how to get those existing keys to work going the opposite way. That'll be a bit of a challenge, but I'll see if I can get that walk cycle to work going this way. I think if I flip the layer, it will do that. Because now the walk cycle.
It was the bed X.
Okay, so that's not the keys I need. So this is basically, where's the start of the walk? So here. And let's see if this will work.
It was the bed X alarm. Right.
Okay, so that does kind of work. What it's doing is it's moving the layer back to where the bone is, so I need to move that up forward. Okay, so now I gotta kind of figure this part out.
It was the bed X alarm. It was the bed.
Okay, I think I'm gonna delete these keys. I'm gonna freeze this pose here. I'm gonna delete these keys.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay, so let's see how that's looking.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
I think that looks good. I think that'll work good.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Does it look good? No, it doesn't look good, but
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
so she comes in with the phone in her opposite hand, which is okay. The phone where that is doesn't really matter.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
And I think that still will work. Let's go ahead and let's turn all of our smart bones back on. Oops. I am missing her head turn. Okay, so I got some of these bones that aren't actually parented, so I need to parent those so that they move with the character going back into the scene. I don't know what this bone is. What's this one? B52. What's the body turn? I wonder what that one was. I was probably in the process of making something additional on the rig and didn't complete it. For the head turn, I'm just going to make sure that no translation keys are set. Okay, we'll go back to...
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay. So I think that works. What I am going to do now, though, is... So she's walking in. Okay. I just kind of need to play this through a couple times to kind of get an idea of what I want to do.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
Um,
Let's see how that ends.
So you can get alerts too.
Next thing you know, I'll...
Okay, so then it's a close-up on him.
Phones. You a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
Next thing you know, I'll...
Okay. So it's a wide shot, both of them, and then a close-up on Miles.
Good thing I got you, Miles.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay, so this dialogue that he has right now, it's the bed exit alarm. I think I already have the lip sync already complete for that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in the animation that I've already created for this scene. Right? Do I have that? It was the bed exit alarm, right? I don't know if I actually have that animated. Let's see.
Miles, those are typical reasons a
Okay, so this is hers.
patient would need me, but this time it was...
You know what? Okay, so I don't have all of the lip sync animated. So that's what I'm going to be doing now is animating his lip sync. So I'm just going to hide her and let's see. Let's create just a good contrasting background or good enough contrasting background. And then I'm just going to zoom in on my timeline here. Set my keys to step. He doesn't have any animation on him, but
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay, so that's his dialogue. So I'll go ahead and whoops. Use my keyboard shortcut, control right click, cut his dialogue off right there. Oh man, I opened up DaVinci Resolve. There we go. It's closed again. Yeah, I hope that helped, Tina. So now let's do some lip sync for this character. So he's gonna say it was the bed exit alarm, right? And I'm also gonna set my interpolation to step, my intervals to 2s. Zoom in on my timeline here.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay. So I'm thinking I don't know. I'm gonna do something, just change it up a little bit. I'm gonna actually have him act out what he's doing first. Yeah. I'll just kind of come up with an idea first. I don't know if I want him to have his eyes. Yeah, he's kind of still in his cocky mood. And then we'll change his emotion in a later shot. Oops, that's the wing. Yeah, everything's like opposite now from what I'm used to, how I have it set up. That doesn't look good. Let's move his wing back a little bit. I think that makes him look a little too flat. I need some dimension on him a little bit there. Okay.
It was the bed exit alarm, right? It was the... It was the bed...
Okay. I think I can add a little bit of stretch. Yeah, that's about it. I don't really know what emotions he'd be doing. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do his normal pose.
It was the...
And then maybe he's like leaning forward. So he starts with his little laugh and then he leans forward into the thing that he's saying. So it was the bed exit alarm, right?
It was the bed exit...
Yeah, I think that will work.
It was the bed exit alarm. Bed exit alarm.
And then he's going to say right, and then I'll have him kind of move back. His tail and everything is moving. That's because I'm not using the right tool. Forget. Let's see. T. I'm using the MR pose tool. And I can use that to lock. There we go. I'm trying to get that selection. I can use that to lock certain parts of his body. So when he moves, I can move his body around and it won't move like his wing, or yeah, his wings and his tail. But I don't think I need to lock that quite yet. So he's going to say right. And I'm going to have him move up. Let's move that.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Right.
Alarm, right?
Okay. I'll move that about there. Oh, that's tricky. Okay. I'm using manipulate bones tool, and sometimes it disables, well, the manipulate bones tool, any of the Moho tools lock out the MR pose tools features, but do I only have the option to, okay. I'm still getting used to a script that I'm using is basically what I'm saying.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay, so this will be here.
Bed exit alarm, right?
Okay, I think that's fine.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay, and then I don't think he has any more dialogue. Oops.
You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
Okay, so that's his only line there.
It was the
All right, let's bring back our foreground and our background. I'm gonna delete these ones. Let's just make sure we have a pretty good location for him. So let's bring her back. Okay, she's back in.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so
Okay, where is she at? She's not coming in the scene yet. Oh, is she the copy? Ah, she's the copy. All right. That's Miles. What am I doing? That's Miles. Female Dr. Main. Okay, I'm going to take out the main. I don't need that in this shot.
It was the bed exit alarm. It was the bed exit alarm, right?
good thing I've got you, Miles.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay, so I'm going to just adjust the camera a little bit to frame this a little bit better.
It was the bed exit alarm, right? It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay, and then what I'm thinking, even though it's not in the storyboard, is cut into her saying, good thing I got you, good thing, whatever she says.
Right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
Yeah, good thing I've got you, Miles. Let's see. Yeah, let's just try it just to see what it looks like.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
Yeah, I think that works. And the other thing that's nice about cutting your camera like this, cutting in, is you don't have to animate the other character.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe you're so smart.
Okay, so maybe when she says you're so smart, we're going to cut back out to the previous shot. She's looking pretty tall. Let's see, is her head? Yeah, same spot. I think we'll just need to... Yeah, we'll just keep that previous shot angle. So just have that camera a little bit further zoomed out.
It was the bed exit alarm, right? It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get...
Let's try the same shot again. See.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get...
I wonder if instead... So there's my end of my scene right there.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
Okay, I'll try that here. Right about here.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
Okay, yeah, I think...
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
All right, So let's go ahead, and now that we got that kind of in place, now I can go ahead and just finish up his lip sync and the rest of the animation. I'm just making sure I'm not animating more than what's needed, because that's pretty easy to do if you're not paying attention to the rest of the animation, camera changes and all that. So I'm going to turn off all of those layers, and we're just going to focus on this one here. So what I like to do is just have the bones visible that I want to work on first. What's this one here? That's the mouth. Ah, the tongue action. Okay, I'm going to use that this time. So I'm going to hide everything else. So invert my selection, make those shy. So now keyboard shortcut Control H is going to bring those back in. And so these keys right here should only be representing my lip sync. So I'm actually going to go ahead and delete that key because, or actually, yeah, we're going to kind of use that starting point here. I'm trying to think where his mouth would be. Let's go ahead and let's just kind of close this. So this is him starting out. He's laughing. Okay. As far as his laugh, I don't think it'd actually be that exaggerated. I'm going to bring back some of his bones here. And I'm going to keep this squashed a little bit more. And then here he's going to go forward.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay. I think that works there. So I'm going to go ahead and hide those bones again. Okay. I was thinking of having him kind of like move his shoulders up. So I was going to kind of use the action to work with that lip sync as well. Okay, so his mouth is good to close. All right, this is where I just kind of need to get into focus of what I'm doing here. Okay, deep breath. It. So we're saying the bed exit. So that'll all be open mouth. Bed exit. Yeah. Exit. Man. It also helps to know the lines of dialogue. I'm not familiar with them because everything's new.
It was the bed exit alarm.
Okay. Let's set
Right.
set an end of the animation there.
It was the bed exit alarm. Bed exit
bed exit alarm. Bed exit. Just go up a little bit. Probably too wide, but we'll work with it. Alarm. Okay, right. Probably don't need to go all the way down. All right.
It was the bed exit alarm, right? It was the bed.
Usually trying to animate the breaths in, like matching the action, is actually kind of hard to do on twos because it just looks like his mouth is moving way too much. but we'll see if we can get away with it.
It was the bad exit alarm, right?
Okay, so what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to put these on to smooth interpolation. And I'm going to set my default interpolation also to smooth.
It was the bad exit alarm, right?
Okay, so now it's like really, there's a lot of movement.
It was the bad exit. It was
Okay, so that keyframe needs to come forward.
the bad exit alarm, right?
Okay.
It was the bad exit alarm, right? It was.
Okay, now let's add the tongue in because that'll really help make it not look so weird. Okay, so I got it. Go ahead and just paste that. Actually, you know what? What did I decide to do with this? I don't know if I fully developed this tongue action. I think I had an idea that I wanted to do using the new 360 degree bone in Moho. Because the idea, let's just take a look at it. The idea was it goes up and then it naturally goes back down. So it helps so I don't have to animate that manually each time. So I think, so there's it was, and then this is it fully down, right? Is that what? Yeah, so 90, so. And then it goes back up. So that was supposed to say it was the
It was the bad exit. It was the.
So that's supposed to be for it. Let's just look at that a couple more times.
It was the bad exit.
Tongue might be going up a little too much there for it.
It was the bad exit. It was the bad.
So bed.
The bad exit. The bad exit.
Can't even see his tongue. Okay. Yeah, I think the thing that I'm kind of trying to figure out how I can best use this is no matter what, I always have to flip it back to here. And I don't want to have to create double keyframes. So I was thinking if I did a full 360, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm just going to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to frame 0. This bone, this tongue action, I'm going to open it up. And this motion here of it going down, I'm just going to move it a full 360. So now I should always be back at this position and not have to keep creating keyframes. I just know that as long as I go fully there, it'll always start at that position again. And I can just rotate it. So let's try that. This will be my first test of the 360 degree rig. So if I or the 360 smart bone dial. So if I understand how it works correctly, then this should work. Okay, so now I got to figure out where up is. Oh, perfect. Okay, so it's just straight down, which is great. Okay, and so now this is going to go all the way this way. Okay, and now I'm going to take a look at my value here for the rotation because this can probably get a little crazy. Is this the value? No, that's not the value, is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. So it starts at 90. So down is 270. And then we should be back at a full 360. 450. That's not right. 90. Oh, it's starting at 90. Okay, so 450. Yes, that's correct. So this next keyframe, I would, in order for that to work properly, would need to be starting from 450. So I would create a keyframe for there once I get it going. Okay, so bed. And then that value, oh, 810. Okay, so it's just going to be continuous, so I won't see the same numbers, but. Okay, so I think that actually works really nicely, though, for this particular action. That way I can cleanly use it each time.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Yeah. I like that. That works.
The bed exit alarm.
Now I can. Ooh, okay. That didn't work how I thought it would. Okay, so back up. Okay, I just moved it a little bit more than I meant.
Exit alarm, right?
Okay, so right. So we'll put a keyframe there. And right. And there. Cool. If that's how that works, let's see.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Oh, cool.
It was the bed
Okay. Yeah, it works. That actually works really nicely. James, what's up? No snow. I'm in the Northwest. We did have snow, but it's not been super crazy. So, yeah, gonna try some night streams. Probably like once a week as far as the night ones, because I'll be streaming during the day as well. But yeah, I just got some studio lights, some nice RGBs, and just testing them out. Kind of bright, but it keeps the room illuminated nicely.
It was the bed exit alarm, right? It was the bed exit alarm, right? It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay. So now that the lip sync's done, what I like to do is just invert my selection. So these will now be hidden. And then everything else will be visible. So if I ever want to bring back those keyframes, I can just do that with Control H. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to select these, and the keyframes that are in red on the red channel, those are for those selected bones. I like to set them to a color so that if I ever see them on my timeline, I know that for some reason I messed something up to where those keyframes are coming back. And I don't want to do that, because once I start moving the timing around and things like that, I don't want that to also be moving. Something I'm noticing though,
It was the bed exit alarm.
is I am getting some weird in-betweens for some new sets of keys, and I don't know what these keys are for. Okay. I know that my default interpolation was set to step. So I'm just going to delete everything that's not pretty much everything that's not a blocked keyframe.
The bed exit alarm, right?
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know where those all came from. Delete that. Okay, so now I should have... Those are my blocked keys.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay, I am noticing that his wing is moving, so let's make sure that these are also step. Let's just select all of them again, make sure that they're step. Kind of keeps changing there.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
There we go. Okay, so now that I got the lip sync of the I'm going to try to match that up with his body language. So that'll look something like... So let's see. He's moving up. I don't think I'm going to have him move his body up quite yet, though. He can move his head, that's fine. But as far as the rest of his body... Okay, and then his body turn. I just want to make sure that that key is actually here. Oh, wait. That's not right. What's going on? Yeah. Why isn't that? What the heck? Okay. I'm just trying to match the perspective, but when I cut those keyframes... You know what? Let's just do this. We'll just cut that there. Paste. Okay, that's fine. I'll figure that out. Okay. So haha. So he's going to be just kind of moving his arms up, or his wings rather. Be kind of squishing down a little bit. And then, so that's the first, I think there. And then there. And then this is where I could add another, let's see. As he's breathing in, probably just have him look like he's inhaling. Head probably doesn't need to come up that far though. But I can raise his shoulders.
It was
Okay.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay. The other thing I need to do is bring the nurse back in, because now I need to make sure that
It was the
she's visible.
bed exit alarm, right?
Okay, so she's up here, and his eyes are still looking forward. So that's the next thing I'm gonna focus on. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's use Molt Rush's freaking awesome tools. I think it's Shift W is what I have it set to. Yep. Laser. I'm using my mouse, so that's probably as close as I can get it. So I just want to make sure that that is still following that.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Yeah, so that all works. Nothing too crazy there. Just go ahead and delete that.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay, and then as she
It
walks
was the bed exit
in,
alarm.
his vision's going to change a little bit. He's going to be looking up. It's kind of hard when you have different scaled characters next to each other, because I have to zoom out, you know, to see where that character's at and still access my bone controls. So I think that's about accurate.
It was the bed exit alarm, right? It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and let's start smoothing out his animation so it's not so blocked. Oops. Okay, so this pose. I think I'm going to move this back a little bit.
It was the bed exit alarm.
And just copy that for now. Cool style. Thanks, dog. Good art and animation. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys have any questions or comments, if you're new to Moho, if you're using Moho, I mean, feel free to ask away. If you want to know more about how I'm doing something that I'm showing, I mean, feel free to ask. This is just me showing my process, and I can kind of get in the zone and just zone out, or not zone out, but zone in, kind of focus on what I'm just doing, and sometimes forget the chat. But yeah, I mean, if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
It was the bed exit alarm.
Okay, so he's going to go up, and then I'm just going to kind of have him drop back down. So probably here. So he's going to breathe, and then maybe right there.
It was the bed exit alarm.
Okay, and then as far as this whole action that's going on here in his neck, we'll go ahead and we'll offset that.
It was the bed exit alarm.
Okay, and then we got a body turn in there. So let's see.
It was the bed exit.
Let's go ahead and let's favor that last pose there, so it's a little bit smoother going in.
It was the bed exit alarm. It was the bed exit. It was the bed exit.
Okay.
It was the
And so then what I'll do as he's kind of snapping forward is I'll just kind of drag the rest of his body.
It was the bed exit alarm. It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay, so now there's some goofy motion on his wings. That's interesting. That should be locked, but it's not. Okay. You know what? Let's just go ahead and copy that and just paste that there. I think that'll take care of that. In betweening. There we go.
It was the bed exit alarm, right? It was the bed exit alarm, right? It was the bed. It was the bed.
All right. And then just to kind of finish this off, I just like to have his head change a little bit in some of the different directions so that...
It was the bed.
What's up? What's for dinner? Oh. Is without the bun? With the bun? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. No, you don't have to make it. I'll put it together so you can just have the... Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate it.
It was the bed exit alarm. Bed exit alarm, right? Bed exit alarm. It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay. So it's very subtle. Let's see if we can maybe turn that a little bit more.
It was the bed exit alarm. It was the bed exit alarm, right? It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay. And then as he says right, I'll just kind of delay that same action, that head turn there, a frame.
Alarm, right? It was the bed exit alarm, right?
There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is... Hers is going to be a little bit more involved than his, and she's got a pretty big line of lip syncing to do here. Okay, let's go ahead and
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone.
Ooh. I think the foreground hides this. Let me just double check. Yeah, it does. Oh, nope. Her legs are crazy. So let's fix those legs. Where are your legs at?
It was the bed exit alarm, right? Right.
Okay, so I'm just going to kind of move those so that it's not visible there.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
There we go. All right, so that'll take care of that. I think. Let me just look at one more.
Exit alarm.
Zoom in.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good.
Okay, so now for hers, she's got her walk up, and then our camera cuts here. So I'm going to go ahead and freeze that pose. I'm going to switch my keys back over to step. The nice thing about this character is how I have it set up. It's actually a lot easier to animate the lip sync, so I'll be able to blow through this pretty quickly here. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to get just the bones that I need, and I'm going to invert my selection, and then I'm going to shy everything else. So even on my timeline, these are the keyframes for the lip sync, but I'm working from here. So I'm going to go ahead and start my start animation there. Zoom in and start lip syncing. First thing I need to do is fix her emotion. So she would actually be kind of happier. Let's bring back our other bones really quick here. These can be reset. Let's see. It's weird. I have it mirrored to the other side. I usually wouldn't mirror the character in this case because she's got a full head turn, and her part actually doesn't go that way. But I don't know. That there's so much separation between the two shots, or between the shots, you actually wouldn't be able to know. So I'm not worried too much about continuity there.
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
Okay, let's see. I think her body, yeah, have it just facing him just a little bit more. Okay, and let's figure out, okay, so is she making eye contact with him? Probably. Move her head down just a little bit. And just turn our rule of thirds back on. Yep. It's pretty decent there. Okay. So yeah, I think her mouth maybe there. That looks pretty good. Okay. And then yeah, we're now ready to lip sync this. So let's start with good. Oh, that inverted my whole dial. So let's just flip that back. Let's see if that'll work as easy as flipping it back. Does it flip anything else? No, it flips it away from my dial. That's all right. I'll just read my dial backwards. Actually, you know what? I'm going to hit Shift F, which is my flip canvas. So I'm actually going to flip the canvas. So now she's going to be facing the right way so that I can work with my dial. And we'll just remove this layer. That's funny. I kind of just thought of that. Okay, so she's going to say, what is it? Good thing.
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
Good thing I got you, Miles. All right, so good. Good. I don't know. We'll just start from, I don't really have. Yeah, I don't really have a preference for where to start with that. So good thing. Make sure I'm animated on 2s here. Oh, she's saying I've?
Good thing I've got you, my.
I've.
Good thing.
Okay.
Good thing. Good thing. Good thing I've
Got you. Because these are just like what do you call it? Switch layers. I do the interpolation using just the different mouse shapes.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. Good thing I've got you, Miles. Good thing I've got you, Miles.
Okay, that's okay right now for first pass. So this is all first pass in the lip sync. I pretty much do the last pass off stream, so it doesn't, I'm not sitting too much doing one thing at a time.
You're so smart.
You're so smart. Let's see, yeah, that kind of works. So we'll go back to here. So let's see if I can use something else here. Those without the tongue. I have my bones hidden right now. Actually, you know what? There's a reason why I have my bones hidden, because I didn't shy them. I should have done that first. Make sure that these aren't shied. Now I'll shy them. Wow. I don't know why I was doing that. I was just animating the bones without seeing them, but that still works. So I don't even know if that's the right word. So if that's the so you're still kind of there. So I'm not gonna do the closed again because it looks weird.
You're so smart.
Smart. Do I need her tongue there? Sure.
You're so smart.
Okay, and then we got a camera cut. So let's pause our cameras right for the moment so we don't have that moving around so much.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart.
Whoa.
Got you, Miles. You're so smart.
Okay, that something's looking off there. Let's go back to the beginning again.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart.
What in the world is happening there? Oh, there's a... Okay, let's hold that pose there a little bit longer.
You're so smart. You're so smart.
Okay, let's go to kind of a neutral mouth shape.
You're so smart. You're so smart.
Whoops. This might need to move up a little bit there. Smart.
You're so smart.
Okay. Might be a little too wide there.
You're so smart. Maybe we need to get...
Dogs, what are you doing? What are you licking? Don't lick that. You don't need to lick my light, you weirdo.
Maybe we need...
Maybe we need to... that's going to be kind of a tricky one.
Maybe we need to get...
It's probably so fast, though, I could just blend it.
Maybe we need to get you...
Yeah, I can blend it. That's fine.
Maybe we need to get you...
Okay.
Maybe we need to get you a smart... Get you... Get you a smart... You...
Smart. Phone. Phone. What is it saying right here?
Phone so you can get alerts.
Oh, so.
Phone.
So. You can alerts. Alerts. To okay, let's just see what that looks like.
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
It's gonna
You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a...
do its render thing really quick. Sometimes does that for me.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
Okay. So yeah, for a first pass, that's good. I think all the main poses are there. It needs to be in between a little bit better.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
Okay. I think just the timing though on that for 2 is a little slow.
So you can get alerts too.
Okay, that's better. I have a question. There's no post-production Moho, right? I'll have to use AE, for example. Correct. Dogs, move. Move. So, yeah, I use Fusion, DaVinci Fusion. That's free. Of course, if you have After Effects, that would be ideal. I find it hard to light in depth to the scene in Moho. There's not enough options. Correct, yeah. So, post-production, still ideal to have that done. You know, in a post-compositing software.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so...
So her collar is looking kind of off. Let's flip our scene back this way. I think something broke on the body turn. So I'm going to go back to frame 0. And let's open up our body turn. I believe it's 2. Yeah, that one's going the right way. Body turn 2. Okay. So, that's all right. I'll fix that later. It's such a small thing. I'm just noticing. Okay, so now we're going to animate her smoothly walking into the scene. And I don't know if I want to have her hold up the smartphone. I don't really know what I want to do yet there, but...
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
Let's turn the background back on.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
Okay, so now that we have the lip sync, let's start blocking out what is she doing for her body. So I think let's go ahead and hide the mouth dial.
It was the bed exit alarm.
Okay, so her face, that needs to be updated with that emotion. Is this the emotion? Yes. So I'm just going to select those bones. And just move that in a lot sooner. And delete those keyframes.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay, so when she gets
Right. Exit alarm, right?
to this point, I want to have her in whatever pose she needs to be in for her like relaxed pose. So maybe her arms out here. Let's see. Yeah, as far as the body turn, I'll have to fix that later, but do I want her arm up? Oh, why is that like broken? I'll fix the phone, but I think she has just really long arms. So just kind of move that down. I don't know. I'm trying to think what I want her to be doing here. I need some sort of negative space on the arm there so you can see it, even though it doesn't contrast the background very well. That'll be done in post as well. We'll have to do color adjustments because the background and the character design doesn't quite contrast very well there.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing.
Okay, and then I got the...
Exit alarm, right?
Good.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good.
I can't tell if I want...
Alarm, right? Right. It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay. I think that looks okay. So this right here, I think the only data that this is holding is what, her arms? Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to delete that then.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay. So now the stop is pretty abrupt. So I need to adjust that.
Right.
So I'll do that first by just separating out the distance for that.
Right.
Good.
Bed exit alarm, right?
Okay. And then she's
Right.
slowly going
Exit alarm,
up.
right?
So what I'll want to do as well is not have her Y slowing to that position.
Exit alarm,
It's actually just needs to be here.
right. It was the bed exit alarm, right?
So actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's have her step, but it just won't be so high. So it'll be like here.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing.
Okay, that looks a little weird.
Bed exit alarm, right? right, right.
Okay, I probably won't. Oh, that's the okay. I'm on the downs right here. Okay, so this needs to be here.
It was the bed exit alarm. It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Okay, I think that looks okay. I think the only thing I will do is just favor the.
Right.
What's this right here? I think that's the down. Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna change. Yeah, my keyframe interpolation. Default smooth. And then I'm gonna move these up. Not Y. Y I don't want to move. So move that. And just my X.
Exit alarm, right? Exit alarm, right?
Okay. Again, I have that weird
Alarm.
syncing. So let's take that out.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Let's look at that again.
It was the bed exit alarm, right? Right. Right.
Yeah, her settle looks weird. So, okay, so we took a
It was the
step,
bed
step,
exit alarm,
step. Go down a little bit here.
right? Right.
And then this is just, I think it might need to be moved up. My Y.
Exit alarm, right?
There we go. Okay, so that works better. All right, so now I'm going to rejoin those dimensions. So now,
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
okay, so that pose is going pretty good. Sorry if it sounds like I'm a little scattered brain. There's a little bit of noise distraction going on.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing.
Her head. Why does her head look so weird? So when she's walking up, her head, it's back. Okay, so let's copy that. Okay. Let's move that keyframe. So her head's going to be facing up until she looks at him.
It was the bed exit alarm. It was the bed exit alarm, right? It was the bed exit alarm, right? Right.
Okay. So as far as the settle,
The bed exit alarm, right? Alarm, right?
I'm going to slow her arms down just a little bit more. So here they are. And then if I offset that,
Is the bed exit alarm, right? Is the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good.
okay. I think that looks okay. I'm going to take a look at her head turn. Maybe I'll have her not looking at Miles as she's walking back in. So it'll be somewhere here to here.
Alarm.
I don't know why. Her head, just seeing it mirrored now. I've been looking at it the other way for so long. It just looks kind of off. Maybe that's the issue. It's just kind of, the perspective's a little off. I never noticed it before.
The bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
Yeah, her hair. This hair layer. Oh, do I have two. So this is the main one. It's almost like right there, maybe. I don't know. Let's fix the head turn. Let's do that, or else this is gonna kind of get in the way. Okay, so head turn. That looks okay. Is it when she turns her head, tilts her head forward, that it like looks off? No. I mean, I'm looking at it mirrored. And it looks okay. Is it this one that's off? No, that looks okay too. What the heck? All right, I'm gonna take a quick image of this and just put it on my other screen here. And I'm going to go back to my main line. It's this bump. Why is there a bump right there?
Is that alarm right?
A bump is not so prevalent here in my actual head turn. Oh, it's this one. Okay. So I just need to fix my points really quick here. Oops, make sure I'm animating the right thing here. Okay, and then just maybe not have that so bumpy. Let's turn my points off so I can kind of see what I'm doing. Like that, maybe? Okay, I think that looks a little bit better. It's not perfect, but
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good.
so that, okay, that kind of looks a little bit better.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good.
Alarm, right? Bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing.
Bed exit alarm, right? Right?
I'm gonna delay her arm, her back arm again, just a little bit more. So she's walking, there's her contact. And let's just delay this some more here.
Exit alarm, right?
Good.
Not that much.
Arm, right? Arm, right?
Good.
Arm, right?
Okay, now I kind of want to do the same thing for her back arm. Just delay that some more.
Exit alarm, right?
Good thing.
There we go. So now her arms are overlapping a little bit.
Exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
Exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've.
Okay, and so now the next thing I'm going to fix is her actual facial expression as she's walking in. Oops.
It was the bed.
So let's just turn our smart bones back on. Or bone dial, actually. What is it? Control H. Why is it not working? There we go. I think I'm going to have her walk in with this facial expression.
Exit alarm, right?
And then here she's going to talk, so...
It was the bed exit alarm, right? It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got.
Okay, so her mouth is a little too far down there. This one? Nope. This one? All right.
Right? It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart.
Why does the lip sync look off? I need to make sure I don't mess my lip sync up.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart.
Oh shoot. Did I mess something up?
Alarm, right?
Good. Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart.
No, it's just the perspective. The perspective change is making it look a little weird now.
Alarm, right?
I'm just going to move that mouth a little bit up more. Make it a little bit wider. And then move it forward right about there. Okay, that looks okay.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
Yeah, her head, man. I'll have to go back and fix that. Her head turn. The design does not look right.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
Okay, so now that she stopped, she's pretty stiff. So now I need to give her some more life as she's...
The bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got...
Okay, so let's head back to step. We'll freeze our last pose. We'll set that to step so that it doesn't tween to our next poses. And so now she'll say, good thing I got you, Miles. So maybe she is going to lean forward a little bit. Actually, you know what? Before I have her lean forward, let's make sure her arms are locked into place. Shoulder shrug. Sure. Let's kind of just move her arms out. That looks a little stiff. Maybe, I don't know. Let's just kind of work with some ideas here. I don't want, her arms are too long. I don't want to mess with her arms right now. Okay, I didn't turn my keyframe interpolation to step, so I'll do that. Just so we can look at the poses.
Good thing I've got you, Good thing I've got you, Miles. Good thing I've got you, Miles.
Okay, we'll just have her go back to that pose.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're
maybe as far as she's saying you're so smart, maybe she's gonna like do kind of the anime. Oh, I don't have the blink going the opposite way. I was gonna do the upside down U shaped eyes, but I don't have them. I thought I did.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. You're so smart.
That's okay.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so...
Okay, so with that, I do need to give her just a little bit of body turn. Not body turn. Let's see. Maybe a little bit of shoulder.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart.
Okay, and then we'll go back to here. Not that pose. This one.
You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get a...
For the smartphone, man, I really did not want to mess with her arms.
Maybe we need to get... You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone.
I'm just going to see if I can... I don't even know what the point. Let's see.
Maybe we need to get you a smartphone.
Maybe you need to get you a smartphone.
So you can get alerts too. Maybe we need to get you a smart.
Okay. I'll work with it. I didn't really want to have her holding up her phone, but let's see if we can make it work. Where do we want her to be posed here?
Maybe we need to get you a smartphone, so you need to get you a smartphone.
Maybe just move her neck just a little bit.
Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
And maybe that's where I leave that. Because then he's going to do a zoom in. What is this shot?
Next thing you know, I'll be resetting alarms faster than you can say parrot therapy.
I don't even know. Okay. I don't even know how he has the phone right now. So...
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
I don't know what to do in that next cut. So he now has the phone in his hands, but I really do not. I don't have the time or the assets to really transfer this phone from her arm to him. That's gonna take too much. Okay, so what I think I'll do. Hold on, I have to think this through.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
It makes the most sense just to cut it there, but it has one more line.
Next thing you know, I'll be resetting alarms faster than you can say parrot therapy.
I don't. Okay. In my mind, I would just cut the script there. I wouldn't go into whatever that was. So
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
that's okay. So I'm trying to think what I want to do with this then. Let's go back to just the poses that we've blocked. And let's start figuring out how we're going to in between them. Okay, so I'm just going to start moving the timing around of these different poses. And we'll put this all on smooth. And we'll set our default interpolation to smooth.
Good thing I've got you.
Okay. So that's going to hold that pose there. It's about there.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. Good thing.
Smooth the timing a little bit more.
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
And then we'll just kind of snap her to that motion there.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. Good thing I've got you, Miles.
Okay. So she's got a few actions going on. So she's leaning forward. I think her head is tilting forward. It's kind of hard to tell. So what I'll do though is I'll offset her. Actually, you know what? Let's look at the in between. Let's drag her arms back just a little bit more.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. Good thing.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. Good thing.
I think I did my breakdown wrong. Let me.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. Good thing I've got you, Miles.
All right, let's go into the motion graph so I can see this a little bit clearer. What's going on here? Okay, so that's just kind of smoothing into there. That's fine. Yeah, let's leave that as it is. And this we can kind of offset a little bit more.
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
And then her hand, we can also offset that a little bit. Oh, because it doesn't have anything. Okay, so her hand. Let's just move it out. And then with that, we could create, is there any drag on that? We can create a little bit of drag. But yeah, just very subtle.
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
Okay, so now that's going to tween back to that other pose. So I'm just going to copy that. Same pose there.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. Good thing I've got you, Miles.
Okay, it's very subtle. That's almost like non-visible.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. Good thing I've got you, Miles.
All right, that's fine. I'm going to have her shoulders come up a little bit sooner.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. Good thing I've got you, Miles.
Okay, and then we'll do the same thing with this arm.
Good thing.
We'll just create a little bit of drag.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. Good thing I've got.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn off that lip sync. Okay, so that's good enough for now. This is the first pass.
Good thing I've
Actually, it's like 2 passes in one, but it's not the polish pass. The polish passes I basically do off stream, because that's just the going through the nitty gritty details and trying to get everything locked down.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. Good thing I've got you, Miles.
Okay, so that pose, I'm gonna have her. Let's see. Trying to think where I want her to favor that pose. I think just ease in is probably the easiest way to go about that. So I'm just gonna have her ease into that next pose.
Miles, you're so Miles. You're so
Okay, and that's not gonna ease quite so, or tween so early.
Miles. You're so smart.
Okay, that's gonna hold. You're so smart.
Miles. You're so smart. Miles. You're
Okay, let's just delay the head. Couple keyframes, or couple frames.
Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you smart.
Okay, let's grab that last one.
Smart. Smart. Smart.
Okay, that action's pretty quick. Let's delay that a little bit. Ah, this is tweening on ones. Is it right here? What the heck? Why is it doing that? Yeah, that's on 2s. That's on 2s. What in the world? Oh, am I looking at this wrong? 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh my gosh. Okay. Never mind. It wasn't tweening.
Get you a smartphone. Get you a smart.
Let's kind of bring her shoulder down a little bit. Oops. Make it a little bit more interesting.
Get you a smartphone. So get you a smartphone so you can get alerts. To get you a smartphone. To get you.
Okay, where is her body? I can't turn that anymore. Dang it. Okay.
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. You're so
Maybe when she's saying you're so smart, I can have her body turn a little bit that way, because then I can use that to face him towards.
you a smartphone. You a smart.
Gives me a little bit to work with to
Get you a smartphone so you
create a little bit of
smart. You're so.
I'm so bad at explaining. Oh man. For those of you that are watching, what's up? Oh hey, J Raw. How's it going? Oh no, it's DaVinci Resolve. No. My gosh, man. Oh, I hate that I do that. I apologize. My screen, I swap between the screens, but how I have it set up in OBS, it doesn't. I hate that. I'm still getting used to the streaming thing, man. Oh my gosh. That's so frustrating. Sorry for those of you that have been watching, including yourself, J-Raw.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a Maybe we need to get you smartphones.
Wait a second.
You're so
Yeah.
You're so smartphone. So smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you need to get you a smartphone so
Oops, what the heck?
get you a smartphone so you get you a smartphone.
I don't know why that's animating that way. Let's do... Huh, that's weird. Okay.
To get you a smartphone so you can...
Alright, that's fine. I just need some subtle animation there.
Miles, you're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can... Good thing I've got you, Miles. Miles.
Okay, so when she puts her hand down here, I actually want her to put her hand down all the way because it just looks weird just floating there. So, yeah, so here...
You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone. You, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
Okay. Let's... Alright, let's watch this back. I think as far as my passes, I think this is in a pretty good spot to then polish.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I appreciate it. It was only for a little while. Yeah, dang. That is really frustrating though. That's something I just need another screen. I just have my two screens, but the screen that shows me what's recording, I usually have something else up, my file explorer or something. So it's actually blocking your comments and everything. So I just needed another screen, like boom, just screen up front. That would be awesome. But yeah, anyway, I love that I make that mistake in all these streams.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
So his pose right here, this is where I had my camera zoom in. Oh, you know what? Oh, I did it again. Okay, so all that secondary motion that I was focusing on with their arm probably isn't going to matter that much because the camera cuts in. I was like, oh, wait, he's not animated.
Right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
Okay, no, okay, that's good. All right. So I do need to have him react here.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles.
It's doing like a render thing. I don't know why, but it speeds through. I think it's just caching the render.
Too.
It was the bed exit alarm, right?
Good thing I've got you, Miles. You're so smart. Maybe we need to get you a smartphone so you can get alerts too.
He's going to bed? Okay. No. I want to tuck him in. So, yeah, I'll wrap up here in a second. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to call it there, you guys. I appreciate everybody that had watched, commented, and had any questions. Hopefully I got them all. Give the birds some movement while you talk to them. Yeah. No, I'll definitely do that, Natalie. But yeah, thanks everybody for